I think these are young people and there are injuries to the eye, yes. And the foreign bodies are inside the eye. So these foreign bodies will have to be taken out, right? And there's damage to the retina and damage to the lens also. So certain patients who have cataract formation. So yes, damage is there, but there are certain damages which can be reversed. So we'll have to wait and watch how they behave.
We're talking to some doctors here for the past 4 or 5 days, and what we have come across that till now the department has admitted at least 120 to 130 patients. But out of these patients, 75 cases are such where there is damage to the retina, which in most of cases is irreparable. What is your assessment of those cases?
See, about 10 years back, all the retinas could not be repaired. But now with all the latest technologies, I think retinas can be repaired, right? So damage is there, but most of them will recover. Some 20%, some 40%, and some of them maybe 100%. So we have to wait and watch. Saying that all the retinas are damaged won't be right. So even if you have a detachment, they can be handled.
But even if we talk of 50% recovery or 40% of recovery, but still the patient, he is paralyzed for a life. He in a way loses 50% of the eyesight in his eyesight. So the damage, the injury which he will carry along with his life.
If you see the reports world over, if one eye is damaged, it's considered a 30% loss of vision, not 50%.
Okay.
Because one eye alone, people have been doing work for a long time. So it's 30% according to the Gazette, international, they've decided that. But yes, those eyes are damaged, yes, true.
You talked of having experienced this kind of situation in war-like situations.
It can happen, because we haven't seen war since we were born, so...
Any recent memory where
no,
you have
not
seen?
In the recent.
And the scale, tell us about the scale of the injuries you have witnessed.
For that you have to see the statistics. If you ask me, I've been in the hospital for 30 years, we haven't seen these kind of in one group together. And that's because there's a mob there, that's why it gets involved.
And does it demand that the extent of the injuries and the number of the injuries, does it demand that there should be a rethink on the use of these pellets? Because
see, that is not for me to decide, but what I'm telling you, that injuries and how we can manage, that's what we are expert in and that's what we're doing.
So as a doctor who knows the extent of the injuries, what is your opinion about these injuries? If a person is hit by bullet, he dies. But this kind of injury is kind of a trauma and is kind of a injury which a person will carry up all along his life.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you there, because even if one eye is working, the patient, he won't be normal. He won't be able to use the depth perception of both eyes. I agree there's a damage there. But that's about it. But we'll try to manage as many as possible.
So will you recommend something to Government of India not to use this pellet gun in India?
Anywhere in the world should not be, violence should not be used. Violence is not a concept for anything.
No, but pellet gun.
I think yes, that should be, I think a blanket statement for everybody. Not even this one, anywhere.
Did the kind of the work the department has done in the past 4 days, how will you assess that?
I think these people have done a remarkable job. Because kind of repairs are done, and the important thing was to avoid infection. And touch wood, by God's grace, I think none of the patient had infection. One patient had a doubtful, and in which they treated it on time, and it's been under control. So I think these people need a hand for that. You know, they've done a wonderful job.
Sir, this is a human tragedy of huge magnitude. Yesterday we received a patient here, a 16-year-old girl, उसकी एक आंख बाहर निकल आई थी, another eye. You might have examined it.
We've seen that also.
So these are the kind of cases. Another person from South Kashmir who lost his life because of the pellets. I'm talking about the damage these pellets can do.
Right.
As a doctor, what would be your opinion on the use of these pellets?
I just told you that the violence is not an answer to anything, so it should not be used.
No. You will be staying put here for some days, or?
No, we're going back in the evening, and they've done a good job, and we have an open invitation for the patient in case they want to come to us. We can always block a room for them, they can always.
So is there any need right now?
No, not right now. Right now we've seen all the patients, and it's already been sutured, so we have to wait for it to heal up. So 4 to 6 weeks for time minimum for heal up, and then we do surgery step by step. You might have to do a VR surgery, vitreoretinal surgery, RD surgeries, remove the pellets. So the first and foremost thing is to maintain the integrity of the globe. If the globe integrity is lost, all the intraocular structures inside the eye will come out. Your eye is lost. So that they have already managed.
And the equipment wise?
Oh, I think they are well equipped. They have. I've gone to the operation theatre and saw the microscopes. Whatever you use in RP Center AMs, they have everything here. And they have good expertise. They've got good team of consultants.
Sir, have you gone through the statistics?
Yeah, I've seen the statistics, yes.
What are the chances of among the patients who have been?
See what I told you, you can't comment right now because most of these vitreous hemorrhage, when they resolve, they can give you 100% recovery. So we have to wait and watch certain patients. So once it's done, I think we'll come back and talk to you maybe after a month or so.
Okay. Can you identify yourself? Your good name?
I'm working in All India Institute of Medical Sciences. I'm Dr. Sudarshan Chopra. I'm the cataract refractor in charge there. And Dr. Rohan is the retina expert from there. So we got a retina, one engineer. And we have Dr. Pillai, and who's the senior registrar with the retina unit. Right?